Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Podcast with FTJ. I'm Jennifer, and I'm so happy you are here.
Hi, friends. I'm Jack. Today, we are talking about home.
Yes, we will talk about rooms, furniture, and things in your house.
Don't worry, it's very easy. We will speak slowly and use simple words.
Jack, what should we talk about first?
We can start with rooms. For example, I have a living room or I have a bedroom.
Perfect. Short and simple. That's all beginners need.
Yes, even a small sentence is good. Either way works for me. I'm easygoing.
Next, we can talk about furniture. For example, I have a sofa or I have a bed.
Yes, and you can add more. I have a table or I have a chair.
Great! Now our listeners can start talking about their home easily.
Exactly. Let's keep it simple and fun.
Okay, Jack, now let's talk about the kitchen.
Yes, the kitchen is where we cook and eat.
Right. You can say, I have a fridge in my kitchen.
Or I have a stove and a sink.
You can also say, I have a table and chairs in my kitchen.
Yes, and don't forget small things like I have a cup or I have a plate.
Exactly. These words are easy but useful.
Now, let's talk about the bathroom.
Yes, the bathroom is important. You can say, I have a shower or I have a sink.
And I have a mirror or I have a towel.
Perfect. Short sentences are enough.
You can also talk about actions. For example, I brush my teeth or I take a shower.
Yes, actions make it more real. Listeners can try saying these sentences at home.
Now, let's talk about other objects in the house.
Good idea. You can say, I have a TV in the living room.
Or I have a sofa and a table.
And small things too. I have a lamp or I have a rug.
Yes, every object counts. It helps you describe your home clearly.
Hi, Jack. Today, let's talk about our favorite rooms.
Yes, everyone has a favorite room in their home.
For me, my favorite room is the living room.
Oh, why do you like the living room?
Because it is comfortable and I can relax there.
That's nice. I like the bedroom the most
Really? Why the bedroom?
because it is quiet and I can sleep well.
Good point. You can also talk about the colors in your room.
Yes, for example, my bedroom is blue or my living room is white.
You can also talk about furniture. For example, I have a big sofa in my living room, or I have a small table.
And don't forget decorations. For example, I have a lamp or I have a picture on the wall.
Yes, you can also say, I have a carpet on the floor, or I have curtains on the windows.
You can even talk about what you do in your favorite room. For example, I watch TV in the living room or I read books in my bedroom.
Exactly. You can also say, I play games in my bedroom, or I drink coffee in the kitchen.
And small details make it more interesting. For example, I drink tea while reading or I listen to music while cooking.
You can also talk about friends and family at home. For example, I watch movies with my family, or I play games with my brother.
Exactly. You can even say I have fun with my friends at home or we talk and laugh in the living room.
Short sentences are easy for beginners.
Yes, and you can add more details later.
Yes, and you can practice talking about your favorite activities every day. So, today we learned how to talk about favorite rooms, furniture, colors, activities, and small details. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. Today, let's talk about our home in more detail.
Yes, we can talk about colors, objects, and decorations.
Let's start with colors. You can say, my living room is white, or my bedroom is blue.
And small things, too. My sofa's brown, or my bed is pink.
Yes, colors make your description more interesting.
Now let's talk about objects. You can say, I have a table in my living room, or I have a chair in my bedroom.
Don't forget small objects. I have a lamp on my table, or I have a clock on the wall.
Good point. Small details make your sentences real and natural.
And we can also talk about decorations. For example, I have a picture on the wall, or I have a carpet on the floor.
Yes, you can even say I have curtains on my window, or I have a plant in my room.
You can also combine objects and colors. For example, I have a green plant on my brown table, or I have a red lamp on my white desk.
That's perfect. It's simple but descriptive.
And don't forget feelings. For example, I like my cozy bedroom, or I love my bright living room.
Yes, you can also talk about why you like things. For example, I like my blue sofa because it is comfortable, or I like my yellow curtains because they are bright.
Short sentences first, then add more details.
You can also compare things. My bedroom is bigger than my kitchen, or my living room is smaller than my bedroom.
Good idea. Comparisons make your description more natural.
And you can describe activities with objects. For example, I read books on my bed, or I watch TV on my sofa.
Exactly. This makes your sentences complete and interesting. Hi, Jack. Today, let's talk about visitors at home.
Yes, visitors are friends or family who come to your home.
You can say, I have visitors in my living room, or my friends come to my home.
Exactly. And you can also say, I invite my friends for tea, or I invite my family for dinner.
Good. And don't forget small details. I serve coffee in my kitchen, or I give snacks in the living room.
Yes, you can also talk about activities with visitors. For example, we watch movies together, or we play games together.
And you can talk about feelings, too. I feel happy when my friends come, or I feel excited when my family visits.
That's very natural. Feelings make your sentences real and interesting.
You can also talk about family rooms. For example, we eat together in the dining room, or we talk in the living room.
Yes, and small details matter. My parents sit on the sofa, or my brother sits on a chair.
You can also describe objects in the room. For example, we have a big cable in the dining room, or we have a TV in the living room.
And you can combine actions with objects. For example, we watch TV on the sofa, or we eat on the table.
Exactly. Short sentences first, then add more details.
You can also compare rooms. The living room is bigger than the dining room, or the kitchen is smaller than the living room.
And don't forget decorations. We have pictures on the wall, or we have a plant in the corner.
You can even describe activities in different rooms. For example, my friends play games in the living room, or I read books in my bedroom.
Hi, Jack. Today, let's talk about daily routines at home.
Yes, daily routines are things we do every day.
For example, I wake up at 7 a.m., or I brush my teeth in the morning.
Good. And you can also say, I take a shower, or I eat breakfast in the kitchen.
Yes, short sentences are easy to remember.
You can also talk about family routines. For example, my parents drink coffee in the morning, or my brother plays games after school.
And you can talk about chores. I clean my room, or I wash the dishes after dinner.
Yes, and you can talk about relaxing activities. For example, I watch TV in the living room, or I read books in my bedroom.
That's perfect. Beginners can use these sentences every day.
You can even combine routines with feelings. For example, I feel happy when I drink coffee, or I feel relaxed when I watch TV.
Exactly. Daily routines help you describe your life at home. Hi, Jack. Today, let's talk about weekend activities at home.
Yes, weekends are fun. You can do many things at home.
For example, I watch movies on Saturday, or I play games with my family on Sunday.
You can also talk about hobbies. For example, I like painting on weekends, or I like cooking on Sunday.
And don't forget music and reading. I listen to music in the living room, or I read books in my bedroom.
Good. And you can even talk about helping at home. For example, I clean my room on Saturday, or I wash the dishes on Sunday.
Yes, short sentences are very easy to remember.
You can also describe special events at home. For example, we celebrate birthdays in the living room, or we have dinner together on special days.
That's true. You can also describe decorations for events. We put balloons in the living room, or we put flowers on the table.
And you can talk about activities with family and friends. For example, we play games with friends, or we watch movies with family.
Hi, Jack. Today, let's talk about favorite items at home.
Yes, everyone has things they love at home.
For example, I love my sofa in the living room.
That's nice. I love my bed in the bedroom.
You can also talk about small objects. I love my lamp, or I love my carpet.
Yes, and don't forget decorations. I love the picture on my wall, or I love the plant in my room.
You can also talk about electronics. I love my TV, or I love my computer.
Good point. You can even say why you like it. I love my sofa because it is comfortable, or I love my lamp because it is bright.
That's perfect. Small sentences are easy, then you add more details.
You can also talk about favorite places in your home. I love my balcony because it is sunny, or I love my kitchen because I cook there.
And you can describe favorite hobbies with items. I love my guitar because I play music, or I love my book because I read it every day.
You can even compare items. My bed is bigger than my chair, or my TV is bigger than my computer screen.
Yes, and you can also talk about things you use every day. I love my cup because I drink coffee every morning, or I love my pillow because I sleep well.
Good. You can also talk about gifts or special items. I love the watch my friend gave me, or I love the vase my mother bought.
And small details make your sentences more interesting. I love my blue pillow, or I love my green plant on the table.
Exactly. You can also talk about who shares your favorite items with. My sister uses my game console, or I share my books with my brother.
Hi, Jack. Today, let's talk about daily activities with our favorite items.
Yes, this makes our sentences more fun and useful.
For example, I read my favorite book every morning.
And I can say, I drink coffee from my favorite cup.
You can also talk about electronics. I watch TV on my favorite sofa, or I play games on my computer.
Good. And don't forget decorations. I water my favorite plant every day, or I light my candle in the evening.
You can also talk about clothes or personal items. I wear my favorite shirt at home, or I use my favorite bag when I go out.
Yes, you can even combine activities. I read my book on my cozy sofa, or I drink coffee at my small table.
And small details make sentences more interesting. My blue pillow is soft, or my red lamp is bright.
You can also talk about family activities with items. My brother plays games on his computer, or we watch movies on the big TV.
And you can describe time. I read my book in the morning, or I watch TV in the evening.
You can also talk about weekend activities. I play music on Saturday, or I bake cookies on Sunday.
Yes, you can even talk about special feelings. I feel happy when I read my favorite book, or I feel relaxed when I sit on my sofa.
Short sentences first, then you can add more details.
Exactly. That makes it easy for beginners to practice.
So today we learned how to talk about daily activities using favorite items with objects, furniture, and personal items.
All sentences are short, simple, and useful for practice.
Next time, we will talk about friends and family visiting and activities with them at home. Yes, visiting is fun. You can say, my friends come to my home, or my family visits me on weekends.
And you can talk about activities with visitors. We play games together, or we watch movies together.
Good. You can also describe food and drinks. I serve coffee to my friends, or we eat snacks in the living room.
Yes, small details make it more interesting. We sit on the sofa and chat, or we sit at the table and eat.
You can also talk about special occasions. We celebrate birthdays at home, or we have dinner for special days.
And you can describe decorations for events. We put balloons in the living room, or we put flowers on the table.
You can also talk about fun activities for everyone. We play board games, or we watch a funny movie.
You can even talk about feelings. I feel happy when my friends come, or I feel excited when my family visits.
And small actions make sentences natural. I help my parents prepare snacks, or I clean the table after dinner.
You can also combine objects and activities. We play cards on the table, or we watch TV on the sofa.
And you can describe who does what. My brother plays music, or my sister sets the table.
Exactly. You can also talk about weekend visits. My friends visit on Saturday, or my cousins visit on Sunday.
Short sentences first, then you can add more details.
Yes, that makes it easy and fun for beginners.
So today we learned how to talk about friends and family, visiting and activities, food, and fun at home.
Hi, Jack. This is our final part today.
Yes, let's review everything about home.
First, start with simple sentences. I have a bedroom.
I have a living room.
Then add furniture. My bedroom has a bed. My living room has a sofa.
You can add colors too. My bed is blue. My sofa is brown.
Don't forget activities. I read books in my bedroom. I watch TV in my living room.
Talk about favorite items. I love my pillow. I love my lamp.
And visitors. My friends visit on Saturday. We play games together.
Weekend activities are fun too. I cook